Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the wonderful world of Python. I'm right now using the spider window thing. Alright, so with this one, I pulled up an old one from last year that was pretty fun to work on, and just for this, there's not too many changes, just fixed up some of the interface to make it work nice and neat. Basically, I also blended some of the things I mentioned in one of the other videos. So, what's the same? Well, pretty much the definitions here, how to encrypt, decrypt, and generate strings, generate keys. As well as this line is the same. Take the input and do an uppercase on all the letters. This main body right here is the same as the last video for the most part. And so in other words, there's only a couple minor differences, so let's run through them. For the purposes of this video, if you are unfamiliar, I'm only going to go through some of these things briefly. It's best advised that you go through the previous video to see everything in detail. So the skinny is that we have three definitions here. Starting with those definitions, we want to generate a key, and the key is generated by repeating letters until it matches the message that you've typed. The cipher text is the text that you type in for the cipher. Encryption is how to encrypt the thing, encrypt the message into the secret message using the key. So it generates letters and patterns and things, so that way all the math and the encrypting and decrypting can be done. Again, much more clear and full description can be found in the last year's video. So anyway, we go over here, and this is the main part of the script to focus on, is that this is the main input right here on this line. I can just tap the line. Okay, yeah, so this is the main input, which is this line. I added this one, well, first of all, I also added, this is subtle, but I added this. I did a lot of these, I don't even know what they're officially called. I add a lot of these in a lot of the different parts of the script here. Just that way things look neater and cleaner when you're typing stuff in. Everything's on different lines and whatever. You don't have stuff just, constantly blocking your visual, your visual concentration there by everything being jumbled up or anything. So, I don't know why this is, I don't care. Why are you highlighting that? Can I deselect? Oh my gosh, that was not good. Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on here, why this is highlighted. Okay, there we go, now it's gone. So, what was I doing? Okay, so I added this line right here. If it equals quit, so if you type quit into the line, then everything just stops and you can run a new program or something. So that's pretty useful. That's all you gotta do is just type in the word quit in lowercase or caps or whatever, because it's going to change everything to uppercase anyway. So you just type in quit, which I'll show you later, and it's fine. Just like with one of the previous videos from a few days ago, or a week or two ago or something, I put in this while true line. So while true just means everything's running unless you hit the brakes. Hit the brakes here meaning quit. So once you hit brakes here, the program terminates. Otherwise it just keeps going on this loop over here. Like in last year's video, everything just keeps running through this, except this time it's just constantly doing this with this new while true script. Everything is continuing. So you can just seamlessly add, encrypt and decrypt a bunch of messages without having to restart the program every single time. And I guess that's the main focus of what I decided to do, is make it a little bit less frustrating to use by just, it's just constantly giving you prompts to encrypt or decrypt until you want to quit, and everything is a little bit more visual appealing by things being on their own lines and stuff. Not too much of a difference, but it did take some work, because one of the things that took me the longest to figure out was getting this quit command to work, just because I forgot in last year's that I typed upper. So I don't want you to find where all the uppers are. I'm just trying to get used to this thing. So I forgot it said upper, so I was like typing things like this. I was like, alright, well, first I just did this quit, and it just wasn't going through with the quit line. I didn't know what was wrong. I'm like, oh, I was thinking dot title, so I was like, okay, quit. And like another 10, 20 minutes later, I was like, oh, I just got to type in quit in all caps, because this is upper, not title. And then eventually everything just worked like it's supposed to. So again, this is going to look very similar last time, except we can look at everything on one window now. So let's go and get this started. So you look down over here, would you like to encrypt or decrypt? Alright, well, let's encrypt something. What's the phrase? Okay, I think I did that last year. How about let's do the secret file is on the table in the other room. Let's just make it nice and long. Alright, so that's the message we want to encrypt into the Vigenere cipher. Now you want to enter in the key. So the key can be anything that you want, preferably much smaller than the message you're typing. And we can say the key would be Python. I think I did this last year too. And so that's what the encryption will be. It'll look like this. And now I don't have to restart anything. I can just copy this just to verify, or I can quit if I don't want to quit. So see, that's just nice and appealing. Every set has its spacing right there, really nice and neat. Oops, I should not copy that in just yet. I want to decrypt, so I'm going to type in D. Alright, and here's the encrypted message. And what's the key? The key is Python. Alright, and so the secret file is on the table in the other room. So that's one thing that you can't really get rid of unless you really want to make a hardcore script where it's going to have all the words jumbled together, which shouldn't really be a problem. But if you want to make it that nice, you'd have to like find a way to tabulate an entire dictionary worth of words. And then from there, you have to make sure it can understand the words well enough to know when to separate them with a reasonable amount of accuracy. In other words, that would just be kind of overkill for a project like this, for a variety of reasons. So if you so again, this is mostly for fun and just a little bit of utility. And so I do want to quit now. I'm done. I've had my fun. All right, or I could keep going, but quit to quit, and then everything's done. So yeah, this is just an update from last year's thing, just adding a couple extra additions here and there, just to make this really more user-friendly and smooth experience.